everyone. Welcome to Men on Fire. My name is Mike Aren, a former mechanic and engineer turned transformational teacher. And each week I'll deliver an inspiring message to help you excavate those repressed inner negative feelings and install new thoughts that will finally allow you to truly become the person you were born to be. Hello everyone, Mike Aren here, founder of Infinite Success Academy and the Soul Mechanic. And the Soul Mechanic is how most of you know me. However, as I say in every intro, every video or every intro of everything I write, I also founded a company called Infinite Success Academy. And as such, I get a lot of questions by people saying, how do I become successful? I don't know how to do this. How can I become successful and be a success in life? Well, when I get that question, I often refer to the great words by the great Jim Rohn. Success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by the person you become. I'll say it again. Success isn't something you pursue. It's something you attract by the person you become. So what does Jim mean by these words? What's he mean there? People don't get it still. Now we all realize in order for there to be some kind of change in our life and to become successful, we have to change something. We have to get off the couch and do something in our lives. So there has to be some sort of change. But most of us feel that all we need to do is change the external things around us. And that's all we do. We've been conditioned to believe everything that's bad that's happened to us has been from external sources. So we try to rearrange the things of our lives, the people in our lives. We try to rearrange the sun, the moon, the stars, the rain, the Earth's orbit. It doesn't matter. We always try to change things that are external to us instead of internal. And that's where your success will come. Now, one thing I've discovered on my journey is that once you're through changing, you're through. You're done. Change is a constant in our lives. We're always changing. Every day, we're not the same person we were the day before, even though we may do the same routines over and over and over. Your reality, in essence, is coming from within you. You create your own reality. When I was broke, scared, and alone, who was responsible for that? And now that I'm happy, full of love and abundance, who's responsible for that? You're right, it's me. Me and only me. You couldn't have come running and racing into my life and saved me. I had to do it. I had to take responsibility for what was happening in my life. The change had to come from within me. I could have rearranged friends and places and everything I wanted to. Nothing would have happened. Nothing would have worked. The change had to come from within me. So, how are we going to change? What's one of the best ways to change? One of the best ways I know to change is to decide who you want to be. Who do you want to become? So, let's say, for example, you want to be a giving person. You've decided that you want to become a giving person, which is a wonderful choice to make. So, you've decided you want to become a giving person, but then you say to yourself, well, I only make $50,000, $40,000, $30,000, $20,000 a year, whatever that number is. I can't really afford to give. Well, my theory is you can't afford not to give. You see, it's not how much we give, but as long as we're giving. So most of us in our lives are stuck in the have mode. We want to have all sorts of things, hoard everything together. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're supposed to do, isn't it? Just collect things in life and see whoever dies with the most wins. Ever seen that bumper sticker? Whoever dies with the most toys wins. But that's not the case. So let's have a quick look over here. You can see here on the board we have the words be, do, have. Now most of us are stuck in the have mode. We want to have things. So when you're going from here or operating from here, you're operating from fear and scarcity. You're afraid not to have. You need things, I gotta have them. If they're scarce, you're afraid, I gotta get more. But that's not a natural flow, folks. So in this case, let's say you start out, you have something, in this case is a paycheck. So you have a paycheck. Now you want to do something, you've decided you want to be a giving person, so what would you do? Well, you'd probably want to give a little bit of money to charity, so that's what you'll do. And then wait to see who you'll be. So we wait to see who we'll be until we have. But you and I know that many times at the end of the month there isn't much paycheck left, is there? So then we never do or we never give. So we never become. We never become who we wanted to be because we start with the have. So the have, if you buy something and then you have it, that's in the past. So the have is the past. The do, when you do something, is in the present moment. So that's the present time. When you become something, that is the future. That is the future. So we're living our life in the past because we want to have something first and wait before we do the present anything. So we're living our life from the past. You cannot run into the future with a ball and chain around your ankle from the past. It's impossible. So you will never become successful, ever. So if that's what you want, turn off the camera now, or computer, whatever you're watching, and shut her down, because you'll never become successful if that's where you want to be. Now, if you want to continue and you want to become successful, we have to start from the be. So when we're in the have, that's a totally unnatural flow of life. You can see the arrow going that way. Unnatural flow. Now, when we start in the be and you decide, I want to become a giving person, then you say, okay, what would a giving person do? Well, in this case, we'd probably give a little bit of money to charity. However, it doesn't matter how much that is, whether it's $5, $500, $5,000, or maybe a helping hand or a smile. That's all it takes sometimes. If that's all you can afford to give is a smile, by all means, it's well worth it. Just smile at someone. So now you're doing something, right? And then you'll have the have, which will be controlled by the universe. And I bet you it's going to be a lot. So now you're moving in an incredible natural flow of life. From the be, who you're going to be, you decide who you're going to be, then you do what you need to do in order to be that person, and then you let the universe control your have. Now, let's take this a step further. Thoughts become things, remember. So in order to start the creative process, well, we're going to be creative here, we have to think new thoughts. So you keep thinking, I'm going to be a giving person. So what does that do? The thoughts we think give us the way we feel. So we're going to feel differently. And the feelings we feel will change the way we act, which will give us the results we get in our life. So the way we think causes the way we feel, causes the way we act, which gives us the results we get in our life. So we're going to think that we are a giving person, which will make us feel differently. And you know this to be true. When you're angry, you feel a certain way, don't you? You can feel it inside. When you're happy and glad, you also feel another way. You're laughing and joyous. You feel it. So when you feel that certain way, you will be giving out a vibrational frequency out into the world. And others who are also vibrating at that same frequency will be attracted to you, and you will attract them. It's that simple, folks. So you, in their essence now, attracting people that are giving people, because you're attracted to them too. They're giving people as well. So that's how it works, and you'll see it just by getting random people smiling at you as you walk by, and you'll smile back. And they're going, what are they smiling at me for? It's because they feel you. They feel your vibrations. Everything in the universe has vibrations. And what you feel gives them off in that frequency. So, because you felt it, now you'll also act in a certain way, won't you? So you will act more giving, naturally. Standing in a grocery line, you will act more giving. Go ahead, move ahead of me, you only have one item. You're feeling better. You're giving of your time, you're giving of your services, you're giving of your money. So the whole creative process starts with thought. And then you feel, then you act, and you get the results. So this will give you the results in your life, folks. It's so simple. All we used to do is have. It's the most frustrating thing in the world. This is an incredible natural flow of life going this way. And when I got this, years of stress came off my body, just came off my shoulders. Unbelievable. And it will for you too. Become who you'd like to be. Do what you need to do to become that person. And the universe will control your have. And it'll be huge, because you're going to think, feel, act your way to results and massive success. You've been listening to The Soul Mechanic, and it's been my absolute pleasure to serve you. Sending you love, happiness, and abundance, now and always. Oh, and I thought I might just say, because I can see it on the camera, this doesn't just say of yo. This shirt says, I love you. And I do. I love you. You can do it. Become a success today. Who are you going to be? Bye for now. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. As always, keep what feels good and dump what doesn't. And remember, live without judgment, give without expectation, and love for no reason. Follow those 3 simple expressions, and you'll be well on your way to an inspirational, intentional, and successful life. Until next time, you're the one.